when he's talking to you.
You're not my dad and you smell like cheap beer.
The movie begins with a girl named Lily, who decides to run away from home due to her abusive father. Accompanied by her boyfriend Neil, they trek through the forest until they pause to rest. During this break, Lily starts to have second thoughts, missing her family, and nearly calling them. However, Neil stops her, insisting that they must keep going. They resume their journey, and later in the day, realize they've run out of water. With the sky darkening, they decide to stop for the night and set up camp. While Lily sets up the tent, Neil goes to search for water. Once Lily is safe inside the tent, she notices that Neil has taken her phone with him. She waits all night for his return, but he never comes back. The next morning, Lily sets off on her own, walking through the woods until she spots a house and rushes towards it. A man named Evan answers the door, and Lily immediately asks to use his landline to call Neil. However, things start to feel off when Evan insists that she take a shower at his place. Feeling uncomfortable, Lily decides to leave, but Evan won't let her go and manages to pull her back inside. He apologizes for his earlier behavior, but Lily begins to sense that something isn't right with him. She tries to escape again, but Evan snaps, dragging her into a room and locking her inside. There, Lily discovers newspaper clippings of missing persons plastered across the walls. Terrified, she searches for something to defend herself, but Evan returns, takes the hammer she found, and rethinks his decision to let her leave. Evan then activates his home's security system, sealing all the exits, and returns to offer Lily food, along with a reminder that she can have a shower. Scared and confused, Lily begs to be let go, but Evan drags her to a room with a treadmill and tells her to use it for reasons she doesn't understand. The next morning, Evan reads the newspaper, which reports that both he and Lily are missing. He visits Lily again, ignoring her pleas for freedom, and instead tells her she must train to win, although what exactly she's training for remains unclear. Later, Evan gives her a bed and something to eat, but the situation remains tense. The following day, Evan makes another strange demand, asking Lily to lie down on a mat, but instead of his usual commands, he tells her to do sit-ups. Lily cooperates at first, but then memories of her abusive father resurface, prompting her to resist. Surprisingly, Evan leaves her alone, only returning to offer her food if she completes her sit-ups. Hungry and desperate, Lily complies, and true to his word, Evan takes her to the dining room. However, things take a stranger turn when Evan begins calling her Catherine, but Lily stays quiet and plays along, secretly searching for anything she could use to escape. She grabs a table knife, but Evan notices, takes the knife, and cuts her food for her as if nothing unusual had happened. Frustrated, Lily starts throwing bits of food in defiance, which pushes Evan to the edge. Later, he forces her to put on sportswear and use the treadmill again. During this time, Evan's brother visits, checking in on him. Evan eagerly tells his brother that Catherine has returned and is exercising downstairs. Concerned, the brother suggests Evan seek therapy, suspecting he's off his meds. This angers Evan, who believes he's perfectly sane. Their argument reveals that Evan suffers from a delusional disorder. The brother eventually leaves, and Evan returns to check on Lily, casually mentioning that her uncle had visited, giving Lily a brief glimmer of hope, though it's too late as the brother has already gone. Determined to play along with Evan's delusion, Lily pretends she wants to see her uncle. Evan, deep in his fantasy, instructs her to clean up. The camera reveals a photo of a younger Evan with his daughter Catherine on the fridge, solidifying his belief that Lily is Catherine. Hesitant, Lily continues to play along, even putting on Catherine's clothes. She later discovers Catherine's diary hidden under the bed, which details her life. With this new information, Lily attempts to sneak out, but Evan catches her and orders her back to Catherine's room. Frustrated and out of options, Lily reads more of the diary, learning that Catherine's life was filled with pressure from Evan, who was overprotective and controlling. He pushed her to train relentlessly for sports, punishing her for small mistakes. His extreme expectations caused tension with Catherine's mother, who disagreed with his harsh methods. The diary also reveals that when Catherine got her first period, Evan was clueless and unsure of how to handle it, giving Lily an idea. She tricks Evan into believing she's on her period and asks him to buy pads. Evan falls for the ruse, but before leaving, he instructs her to keep exercising in the basement. Lily continues reading the diary until she hears Evan's return. Just as Evan pulls into his garage, Neil arrives and innocently asks if Evan has seen his missing girlfriend. Upon seeing a photo of Lily, Evan, delusional, starts suspecting that Neil has been sent by his brother to commit him to a mental hospital. He threatens to call the police, prompting Neil to leave immediately. Back inside, Evan asks Lily to measure her height, and for a brief moment, his delusion falters as he notices she's shorter than Catherine. To keep the act going, Lily stands on her tiptoes to appear taller. Evan then tells her to skip rope, and, tired of his demands, Lily insists that he give her the keys to the room. That night, Lily continues studying Catherine's diary and learns that Evan's wife died in a car accident, leaving Catherine alone with him. Evan interrupts her, calling her to supper. Despite the tension, Lily apologizes to Evan for beating him earlier, feeling a sense of guilt. She tries to convince Evan that she needs to return to school, as the break is ending. Evan dismissively tells her that she will be homeschooled. After dinner, he suggests they play hide-and-seek, a game he used to play with Catherine. Lily pretends to injure herself during the game, buying time to read more of the diary. Suddenly, an earthquake strikes, and Evan leads her outside to safety. Afterward, they clean up the mess inside, and Lily spots a photo of Evan finishing a race. He explains that his dream is for his daughter to follow in his footsteps and become a track athlete. The next day, Evan forces Lily to run laps in the backyard. Lily attempts to escape once again but fails, injuring her ankle in the process. Realizing she's in no condition to escape, Lily decides to play along with Evan's training regimen, vowing to train harder once her injury heals. As the months pass, she begins to adapt to Evan's demands, and oddly enough, the two seem to grow closer. Lily, now thinking of Evan as a father figure, impresses him by surpassing Catherine's old training records. Evan, proud of her progress, announces that he has signed her up for a track competition and they have 7 weeks to train. Lily appears genuinely excited to prepare for the event. One night, Evan apologizes to Lily while she's asleep for the accident that killed Catherine's mother. It becomes clear that Catherine left because she blamed Evan for her mother's death. The next morning, Lily tries to sneak away again, but Evan catches her and suggests she rest for the day. He hands her a gift, announcing that it's Catherine's birthday. Inside the gift is a new smartphone, and Lily discreetly saves Neil's number in it. Evan then heads out to buy a birthday cake, giving Lily the chance to escape. She runs outside, eager for freedom. On his way back, Evan encounters a car pulling up to the house. To his shock, it's his real daughter, Catherine. Evan hands her the things he bought, and they head inside. Catherine, expecting a warmer reception from her father, is confused by his lack of excitement. He directs her to her old room while he prepares a birthday surprise. Catherine complies, but upon sitting at her desk, she discovers her diary and notices strange new entries that aren't hers. As it turns out, Lily hasn't escaped after all, and she confronts Catherine. Catherine is bewildered as Lily, now mentally unstable, claims to be a younger version of her, fully embodying her persona and surpassing her track achievements. Lily insists that she's happier living as Catherine and accuses her of abandoning Evan, leading to his mental breakdown and kidnapping her. Lily argues that Catherine should have supported her father after the accident instead of leaving him. She also expresses that she feels more cared for by Evan than by her own abusive father. In her twisted mind, Lily believes she has found love and care with Evan, unlike her previous life. Unwilling to stop pretending to be Catherine, Lily grabs a knife and stabs the real Catherine, killing her. In a disturbing turn of events, Lily celebrates Catherine's birthday with Evan, as if nothing happened. She then suggests they take a drive around town together. Before leaving, Lily deletes Neil's number from her phone, choosing to move forward with her new life and her loving father. And that's where the movie ends.